MG2 matchmaking like I see when I'm playing CS. I'm sort of surprised really. I was kind of expecting more cohesion from them. Maybe we have yet to see it as we have only seen the one gun round.
No, the first gun round they did lose, putting them back onto the eco. That was actually the fourth round, the eco, which led to the no picks on the Loughborough side. As you can see, Ad sitting on a whopping $9,400, meaning his buys will be easily made for the next few rounds, and a few drops being able to add in there as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the merits of this force buy either. I mean, I guess we'll see. If this is the thing with force buys, if they work, you're a genius, and if they fail, you're an idiot.
Smokes are a key use in Inferno, either used on quad, on banana, to block off retakes. I feel only having the 4 smokes and only 4 flashes could be a problem when taking sites, especially if they lose the early man on the take. So it looks like the unpause is coming in now with the countdown happening. Then we'll be going into round 6. Obviously the force buy coming out from Oxford.
The delay on that, by the way, just comes because obviously we have a delay on the stream.
No HLTV to confirm as of yet.
We have just been told as well that JZFB of Face It fame has just tweeted us out to his followers, which is very nice of him, putting in some support. Oxford play a highly aggressive mid tactic, and it pays off. For some reason, Loughborough, who've been having a crossfire there every round, leave only one man mid, is quickly taken.
Going
and this leaves it in a 2v2 after the carnage.
Kills.
The carnage here in CT. And that leaves Sausage on his own on the other side of the map. Oxford may be about to get on the board here.
Oxford going huge and picking up 3 going through Archer over into CT. Sausage coming up banana, seeing if he can get the quick pick. 2-on-1. Oxford opting not to take a crossfire here, instead playing areas on himself, which leaves Sausage and Glasses on a quick 1v1. Oshvik coming round.
And yeah, Glasses is able to pick that one up easily. The guy's got fairly decent aim, which he showcased last time. Why was Meowmix still in CT? Was he perhaps slow to buy?
It may have been a miscommunication. Loughborough seem to have been very efficient in their placings in terms of holds for the CT side currently, giving away the first round. Obviously, that eco, well not the eco, the force from Oxford coming out makes the in-game leader a hero right there, allowing them to put together a full buy here.
But their money is still in tatters. They still have a P90 on B with not a single grenade. Restaline, their top fragger, takes a Tech 9. You think somebody would throw him an AK. He's happy to roll with the pistol. Sausage gets an early pick onto Umby, having pushed all the way down into alt mid apartments, and then he falls back onto the A site, not giving them a single inch there to exploit. That leaves the T's in a 4-on-5 scenario. Smoked off here in Banana. The bomb is still down in T-spawn, and no one's yet to pick it up, so Oxford side just looking to see if they can get any mileage here, but with the clock winding down, they're going to have to make their decisions soon.
This is the first time we've seen Oxford spread out across the map, looking for picks as it seems, as opposed to sticking together as a 5-man team. It hasn't worked out in the respect of Umby falling quickly to Sausage. However, if they can get a pick, bring it back to a 4-on-4, maybe a 4-on-3, then...
To be fair to Umby, that's the first time that aggression has come out from Loughborough.
Yes, it is. They have played very passively in the previous 6 rounds. They do seem to be congregating over in Banana currently, maybe to try and get the pick.
Oh, and Glasses misses Shifty in sandbags. He can see the knee. Oh, can we only see it because of X-ray? Yeah, now he gets it, but there's a man on mid that he's going to CT that he's going to take as well. But that does actually give them the sight. I wonder if Oxford realise this.
Loughborough with the quick rotate. Obviously, Cal coming up in CT with that famous AWP.
And they run out of time. They're stalled out for just enough time. And that looked so promising for Oxford, but they just didn't have an eye on the clock.
I feel like Shifty should have picked up at least a trade there.
That's the weakness of that sandbag position, and why you don't see it taken too often, even at the pro level. The knee was visible there, but because of the model, he couldn't actually see, and that meant
it
was pretty much a free kill.
It doesn't allow you to look out either. Obviously, with the barrel of the M4, would be showing to anyone coming up Banana.
Oxford continue their continual force. I wonder if they'll ever get a good economy going on this game. And I doubt it if they keep buying like this. And it hasn't really paid off. There's a lack of banana control actually for Loughborough, which is strange for them to concede it so quickly. But
Cal choosing now to AWP from CT into banana, as opposed to his favoured mid position. I don't know if this could be a leader switch up, and someone else is called for Cal to hold B. Maybe as the B has been the predominant main play for Oxford so far.
Broadly, in fact. Although their one successful round revolved around a mid-take. Yeah, that works. Umbi again walks into the defending CTs on A.
He is
And it
having
looks
no
like they're
luck.
trying to play it. Yeah, no luck at all on that lurk. Here comes the smoke, and the Ts are going to try and make an A take. They check on it, and they manage to catch. None of the CTs are in pit, which gives Oxford a pretty smooth entrance into the A site. Unfortunately, they can't hit with those Tech 9s. And that leaves the rest of the line on 4 HP with the bomb, but not
I
for
feel
much
like there was
longer. And
Bit
Bell
of a
just has...
miscommunication there, as Ad fell back while the other two CTs pushed in. And then Ad giving the team flash as well, ultimately getting his teammate killed.
Dal gets wrapped up there, rotating over from mid. Why wasn't Dal with the team?
Seems like a miscommunication on their part. Maybe they're trying to put in the unmeta-like lurk.
I mean, you would expect on the lurk towards banana, the bottom banana smoke, the top banana smoke, and then to come and join the bomb tank.
Great shot onto Ad. fully
Cowie
flashed.
gets 2 down banana. Cowie AWPing strongly here from this car position. That's a third falling to Shifty. We're probably going to see the CTs pushing down mid anytime now. Cowie picks up a third onto glasses. Dal is able to finally shut down Cowie on car, but he's left with a bomb. He's stuck in banana between a pile of CTs, and I would be incredibly surprised if he's able to make it out here. And indeed, he is wrapped up pretty simply by Meowmix.
With Meowmix, or Shifty actually, grabbing that AWP, passing it back onto Cal. Allowing
Shifty
him
and
to...
ADD already showing their dominance here. Shifty, ADD and Cowie even. Those are the 3 players we said would frag hard. And they're fragging hard.
They are seeming
Meanwhile,
to be carrying.
Restaline really not having much of an impact on this match. Twitch enjoying the next level silver strats of Oxford. I sort of have to agree with them. I'm really surprised after the way they lost on Inferno to Loughborough that Oxford have put more into finding it. Whoa, and Cowie picks up a double shot there into mid. Dal gets wallbanged.
You do have to question why Oxford would bunch up at lower mid with Cal obviously firing the early shots down.
As soon as Glasses throws his flash, he's going to get, and Shifty gets the better of Glasses really easily. And Umbi and Oxtrovic are probably going to have to try and get saves and exits here. I really doubt if they can even get that because they're totally surrounded by the CTs. You think the info, they know exactly where they are.
Great kill on Shifty. Meowmix up in balcony. Can he pick up Oshevik? Meanwhile, Sergeant Sausage
shuts
gets
down
a great
Umbi.
headshot down mid.
Finally, the CTs pluck up the courage to push mid and put an end to that round. And again, Oxford are just congregating around the map, waiting for a pick before they decide what to do. But instead, Cowie with that AWP, getting the double kill there in mid, getting the picks from Carl last round. Cowie is not giving them an inch, and Oxford have to make more decisive plays. If they wait for picks, they're not going to get them. The Oxford here are falling back on their aggressive mid-take strat, and it's worked. There's not a single man here on left arches waiting for them. This almost puts them in quite a difficult situation. Umbi gets the entry onto Meowmix. Sausage is waiting there in the pit area and takes the head off Umbi. But the rest of the team has gone over to B. They faked it over to A, and they have held a couple of CTs there. AD and Shifty, however, got this site on lockdown. Shifty picks up a second onto Okshovic, and ADD finishes with a pistol onto Glasses. And what looked like a very promising round, completely shut down.
They seem to have the strat locked down for getting into Arch. Through Arch, it's just the initial take of the site. Maybe leaving a lurk in Banana would work there for the crossfire. I don't know if that's something they could look into.
I think really that round, tactically, it must be so crushing for Oxford because they had the right idea, the fast mid-take. Loughborough weren't ready for it. And again, they managed to get all the way through into CT, got a couple of entry kills, sold the fake. And yet here they're pushing Banana quickly and it's not going to work. ADD's there to take the hand of glasses. But yeah, as I was saying, it looked perfect for them. They had the 4-on-2 going into the B bomb site and ADD and Shifty just mop up.
Oxford seem to have it well rehearsed getting out into quad. Yeah, every time they lose quad, they revert to this banana tactic where they are being slaughtered where they stand.
Shifty continues to keep that B site on lockdown, and I don't understand when it's Carry and Shifty, frequently ADD as well, holding that B site. Essentially, all of Loughborough's high-rated players are holding the B site. So why would you keep trying to take it when you know they're there?
But every time Umby also seems to push out onto balcony, Sausage is picking up them kills. I know he's only lagging behind on 6 kills currently, but at least 4 of them have been on Umby as he's tried to aggressively push balcony. It is a hard place to get out of. Shifty picking up Ristallion, who's trying to get the pick on Banana.
And again, opening pick goes Loughborough's way. Oxford just can't catch a break in this game. Umby on his familiar lurking to apartments, this time with the P90, we'll have to see if that weapon can bring him slightly more luck. Meanwhile, the bottom banana smoke is here again, and that area of the map continues to be on lockdown for Loughborough. Oxford on yet another force. Have we seen a single full buy round?
I think they've
and
just
they
got
check.
to take the hit at this point, and
don't check Ninja, and ADD picks up an easy double onto Umby and Dals. Nothing out around.
Have they pushed
Oxford
it too far? Do they need...
and Glasses look like they're still going to try this, but from the pillar's position, it's an easy job for Meowmix to take Glasses. And that's going to leave Oxford with the bomb and a dream, but he doesn't even have that as Cowie claims him with the AWP.
Have Oxford forced too many times? See, they will force up again.
That's the simple answer to that one. And yet another force! I'm almost getting annoyed here.
At 12-1, I feel like you've forced way too many times to stop the forces at this point. You just have to commit. And hopefully they pick up the round. I think it's pretty
obvious. Umby loves a force, but they're not even thinking about it anymore.
The first force worked, which would give you hope, but it just seems to be going downhill from there.
And they've all bought guns and armor and no nades, but if you're forcing every round and you want to see, you're making a gamble, what's the minimum investment you can make and still win their rounds, why wouldn't you just buy a Molotov? Cowie is playing like car position every single round. He's picked up triples, doubles, he's getting the opening picks every single time, and yet they still haven't opened with a molly onto car. And it would seem like such a simple step to help them get back some banana control. Instead, they are able to pick up the kill on Shifty. Cowie gives up banana early, but with
why have they
coming in
stalled
soon, the
in
rotates
banana?
are coming through CT.
Why are they stalling in
When it
banana?
comes
That has
down?
allowed the two-man rotate straight over to B. However, due to the stall, we do have a player rotating back to A. This could work in their favour. Sausage Meowmix convinced that the A push might be coming. However, as you can see, Oxford are getting ready to come out banana.
Umby just misses that shot with the scout. AD picks up a headshot with the final round of his clip onto Dal and has the Tech 9 ready and waiting for Oxtrovic. It's going to leave Glasses in a 1v4 and he's not going to survive very long at all. ADD not even using his gun for 3 of those kills. Oxford getting wrecked.
Loughborough's bank definitely not looking like it would be broken at any point in this game.
I think most of Loughborough's players were on maximum at the start of that round.
Yeah.
This is almost painful to watch. This is even worse than Oxford's first attempt at taking Inferno against Loughborough. Why didn't they ban this map?
I'm not sure.
Even if you end up playing Train Cobble Overpass, right, you just give yourself a shot on a map they don't know very well. Take a gamble.
However, as they should have done last round, getting the quick frag and pushing instantly through onto site gives them a bit of power and allow them to get off plant positions. We have 2 CTs pushing up from CT side, Cow in banana, hoping to get a pick with this AWP.
The force this time paying off for Oxford, and again we've seen the only success Oxford have been able to have this half have come from those fast aggressive plays. Resterline finally starting to make a mark with a double kill. Meowmix is going to try and push him, but Dal steps out to try and take the fight, and that's going to give the kill over.
Needs to check on his left. And Oxford do take the last round of the half.
Well, at least they got 2.
If they can hopefully pick up the pistol round this time, we will see a force from Loughborough, permitting that they do not get a plant on the pistol round. Hopefully
I think
bringing them
Loughborough are going to force at them a lot.
to 13-5. Is it possible? I don't really see it happening, personally.
Given last time around, given how this CT side has gone for them, I can't see Oxford taking this. But all they've got to do really is they've just got to say to themselves, "Let's win the pistol round, and then let's just take it one round at a time. Don't look at the scoreboard, and just see what you can get done."
Dow just needing the one more kill to make it 7-6-5-4-3. It's the little things they can take from the game.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, AGD picks up 22 kills for only 3 deaths.
Recently promoting to his global elite, he is showing why he is there.
It's like he's smurfing in gold.
So we get underway in the second half. The CT's going for 3 armors, 1 kit, and the grenades coming out on glasses, whereas the T side have opted for the 4 armor buy. Loughborough are a fan of the armor, just gives you a little more confidence in them fights, unless you get the one-tap headshot, which is very annoying, as everyone will know.
Oxford again here go for the rapid mid.
So this looks like it could be Paddy's long way home,
but
however Sausage has paused.
Miamix and Cowie here, they're on the sneak, trying to get over to B, and they get the fake right. In fact, they've managed to get themselves a 3-on-2 on the site because all the CTs are still in CT, and that means the bomb probably will be going down anytime soon. Somehow Umbi is caught. Umbi catches Shifty with his gun not out, and somehow still loses the duel. But Restaline comes in, picks up a double kill. Dokshavik getting Cowie as well to secure the site, and that was the pistol round they had to win. I think a pause has come out because the stream's gone down. Have a little check.
So I do see Loughborough forcing this. Actually, no, I don't. They did get the plant. Sorry about that. Which means I see them buying gun rounds on the 18th. Obviously, if that goes badly, then they will be back on an eco. The 1P90 picked up on glasses. Obviously if the armor buy does come out from Loughborough, then that will shred straight through it.
So Oxford police get the pistol round. It had to happen, otherwise they were pretty screwed.
Interestingly,
as it is, they have given themselves a glimmer of hope.
The 3 Molotovs picked up on Umbi, Restaline and Dow. Do you know anything about what could be coming with this?
I don't know. I would imagine at least one of those is going to go banana, and one probably mid as well. I mean, the Molotovs against a pistol round, they're almost certainly going to do a 5-man rush. So buying 3 Molotovs, apartments, mid, banana, actually quite a sensible decision. But Sausage has dropped from the game, so we're just going to get that issue sorted, and then we'll get the game on port. But yeah, I think the Molotovs is actually, I like it. It's not something I do matchmaking myself, but maybe I should, because it's
It is a big investment for all 3 players in such a crucial round. If they lose this, it will ultimately go Loughborough's way.
Lucky for them, Loughborough haven't forced yet. I mean, Loughborough might once the game unfreezes. If Loughborough force here, they get the Tech 9s, and they take this round, then Oxford have lost. So this round is as much of a gamble as the last one for Oxford, no pressure, if any of the boys are watching.
Sorry about that.
Glass is opting to go for the huge investment on the P9 on the Pro 90. We haven't seen him using that gun much this game. It's mostly been Umbi who's buying the P90. I think probably the biggest tragedy for Oxford on their T side is that Umbi, their AWPer, didn't get an AWP in a single round.
No, had no chance to challenge Cow, who did get even the collateral down mid. As we've seen from Cow, he is very versatile, able to hold close banana, long banana, and as well as AWPing down mid.
I mean,
now, I think Sausage has rejoined, buying a P250 for himself, so they will just be going for the armor pen pistols, hoping to get a full buy next round.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so valuable to them if they can get an SMG, but especially with the armor on the other side. But
if they can get hold of that P90, things could quickly turn.
Yeah, get the P90 to ADD, or even a Cowie. I think had the triple nearly ace, didn't he?
Yeah,
About
Cowie.
round 6.
However, his rifling is not on par with his AWP skills, as we saw in the group stages.
And his AWP skills have been suffocating for Oxford. I think mainly they'll just be looking to make it out of here with their KDs intact now.
It will be interesting if Oxford can get themselves on a snowball to see Cal forced to rifle most rounds. Will it then favour Oxford's way? Maybe they can bring it up to more of an even scoreline. It's all possible. We are still paused. That is, as you may see on the stream, it is a problem. TalkTalk internet out in Loughborough. I know a
I've
few of us
TalkTalk
have
as
it.
well. They're
I've
rubbish. We're definitely not sponsored by TalkTalk.
I've just been informed yesterday that it is in my new house in Loughborough, so that will be getting changed very, very soon.
Are you going for fibre optic?
Yes, yeah, I don't mind paying a little bit extra so that I can moan at a few more Russians, clearly.
Rush B, no stop.
The no stop
Why
is
you
my
no
favourite.
stop? Why you no rush? And then it turns out that all of those Russians that you think of, that think that you're playing with later at night, it's actually me just doing a silly voice. It's all a lie. There are actually no obnoxious Russians. They're all really nice and try hard. It's just me. Everyone who thinks they've come up against a horrible Russian.
My favourite has to be when you have the Brits who do scream no stop, and the Russians then chime in with yes, yes, no stop, as if you're being serious. That always goes down well.
Yes, yes, no stop. Well, in the end, there's no armour here on the side of Loughborough, so against the SMGs, yeah, they're probably going to get mown down, but unlike Loughborough, who used made sure they had the gun advantage, pulled some aggression here on this round, we haven't seen anything of the sort coming out from Oxford. Meanwhile, the big stack of T's is creeping away into apartments. They're not going to find anyone because Oxford have simply given it to them. Instead, we're going to have Okshavik here holding the balcony. We'll have to see if they check it. If they don't, then this round could be over very, very quickly.
So
Restline here, here's the steps, and he's surrounded. Picks up 2, just about misses on a 3. He can't connect the last few shots. Gets an instant headshot. That's 4 kills for Restline. He wants his ace, and he's not going to get it. Astal steals it.
We're claiming
best teammate.
We were loving Cal for his AWP skills there. However, the 3 missed shots on the CT player meant that instead of facing the 3-2 and the possible bomb plant, it quickly fell to a 4v1 in Oxford's favour.
Restline with a ton of bank, instead going to pick himself up an M4. Still no AWP coming out for Rumby, which I think would probably actually be a decent investment now, given that they can do it. They haven't realised is that whilst they're still on the SMGs, have actually managed to get the money from their first round bomb plant for a full rifle buy. So Oxford could be in massive trouble here.
Dow
Especially Umby.
choosing to go for the unsilenced M4, usually the rather less preferred variant of the M4 assault rifle. If you can use it,
often picks up that gun.
it is a lot more powerful if you can use it, if you have the spray control for it. Obviously the M4S being the cop-out and the no aim required rifle.
We do have Oxford's familiar team of Umby and Glasses holding the B site, so they have not shifted up their personnel groupings like we thought they might. And especially holding the spools from with the MP7, if the T stack does eventually come over to B, then Oxford are in deep, deep trouble. Dow, however, spots a glimpse and falls back to Arches after throwing out the flash. The T's, however, are going to take that information and run with it to B. Yeah, the bomb has been picked up and is moving over here. They're playing it slowly, but with only 25 seconds left on the clock, there has to be a play soon. Umby throws out the Molotov, and that's going to put a stop briefly, and in fact that may even doom them for the rest of the round unless they rush it. Umby able to pick up Meow Mix. Glasses gets ADT, but Sausage gets the entry. Umby, however, holds the site down. He's now on a triple with his MP7, and I stand corrected, it clearly can take down the AKs. Cowie's going to be able to just get one on Okshavik before Restline the GE finishing out the round with the trade refrag onto Cowie. the trade refrag. I should have said trade frag or refrag. What's a trade refrag? I wonder if it's like like a cost price refrag. You buy them and then sell them to the public.
Restalion and Oshevik choosing the superior AK-47 if they can get them headshots.
A moment of silence, please. Umbi has an AWP. And it's not going to do him much good because the teams rush all the way onto the site. He gets the kill actually with the double nade. Glasses gets ADD as well. Tech9 growls and picks up Glasses.
The kill.
He pulls out the 5-7, gets Cowie, but he's surrounded on sides, and this is going to give the T's the site and an AWP to hold it with. On a
Dow
2v3.
in a good position early on. No bomb plant as of yet. Dow sneaking up round in garden. If he can get a glimpse of Sergeant Sausage, this will go south very quickly for Loughborough.
And that's a clever nade there from Okshavik. Chris gets Sausage. And that's just going to leave the AWP there with Shifty on the back here. Shifty is a good player. We haven't seen his AWP yet in the game, but I've got no doubt that he can do something with it. And Oxford have to get this bomb soon. Actually, the bomb's not down. They must have killed the planter.
A smart play there from Shifty.
Shifty is trying to throw the AWP out of bounds so that it can't be saved. Which is going to force the quite an expensive rebuy on Oxford, if they can even afford it. And in fact, he does it. That's the AWP gone. And now Shifty is just going to run away and try and deny them the kill gold as well. He even might be able to find himself a rifle.
With only $2,100, I don't suggest he saves here. There we go, going down to Oshevik. He will get the 2,900.
That's a very, very switched on play there by Shifty to dispose of the AWP.
Cal is a massive favourite of getting rid of any rifle that is not needed by your current team members. So I assume that would be a call coming in from him. Obviously not wanting to face an AWP himself.
Cal here going slightly glass cannon. Just the flash, rather than the helmet. And a full rifles buy coming out here from Oxford, even though Restaline had the money to drop the AWP. Perhaps not in a very charitable mood. But Oxford now have 6 rounds, and their CT side is looking a hell of a lot better than their T side.
Cal hoping to pick up a cheeky shot down there from Banana, boosting on top of Logs.
And Shifty there from the nades got the info that there's a player in mid. Well, actually, the nade came from Archers and then he moved back. Stand corrected, and he's checking pillars carefully here, but he's not going to spot anyone because one's on balcony and one's in pit, so really stacked outside of the A site.
The bomb in Banana here. Umbi and Glasses seem to prefer the very passive hold on B. It's worked out for them so far, as opposed to the very aggressive hold shown by Loughborough.
Cowie there. Umbi's able to get the better of Cowie, who has his AWP out but doesn't think to check the edge of the smoke, which didn't quite cover the Spall's position. Umbi's boosted up there. He's in a 1v3, but he might be able to get something for it, but Meowmix checks the angle and takes his head off straight away. He is tagged down to 9 HP here though, so there is a lot of potential for Dal on this retake. Dal gets the headshot, doesn't even need to, but he's able to get back into the site. Somehow Okshavik encounters Shifty without a gun out and still is able to win the duel. And that leaves ADD and Sausage in a 2v3. ADD's taken out on only 10 HP, but standing on the barbecue, but Sausage is able to get the refrag and pick up one on Restaline as well. Okshavik doesn't even have to take the 1v1 because his nade picks up Sausage. And that's
Shifty
simple
there.
defuse for Oxford.
Shifty there with the lurk. He's got to be prepared for the man. If you're going to lurk that far away from the bomb plant, you've got to be prepared for someone to come from any angle. To not have his gun out there was a simple mistake that did not need to be made.
Carries AWP, yeah, not picked up there. But Umbi, they just really don't want that AWP to AWP. Poor guy. So we really yet to see what Umbi can show with this AWP, as he just hasn't had the opportunity. Meanwhile, full rifles now coming out from both sides. 2 Molotovs for the T side. You can expect one of those to come onto Car. Instead, they've held onto it, and maybe they'll be looking to use those for the hold if they can get into the
Umbi
site.
with no armor here, meaning any body shot from any of these AKs will make short work of him.
I wonder if Umbi can notice he hasn't got armor. That's a bit of a silver buy.
He does have a kit, which suggests to me he doesn't actually realise. However,
Cowie
with only
walking out of apartments and not checking all of the angles gives his life very easily to Dal, and that leaves the T's in a 4v5. And the picks this time are going Oxford's way.
the CT's Oxford playing still very passively on this B site, not even choosing to peek the Banana. even with
They've not
grenades
shown a
going on
single
to
bit of
A.
aggression.
No. I mean, it has worked out for them so far, being so passive, so I don't blame them for not peeking. Giving you away a quick frag and bring it back to 4v4 could be very detrimental to them in this round.
But the lack of information is hurting them. With only 30 seconds left in the bomb, all the way over onto the A site. The rotates still haven't come through. Dal and Restaline go to work, picking up 3 kills and holding this site, and that's going to leave Sausage to scamper away down mid to try and save his AK-47.
We spoke earlier in the pre-game about Oxford and their ability to tilt quickly in games, and this is exactly what we're seeing so far on the Loughborough side. Will we see an in-game leader change? Has it already come? If it has, it certainly hasn't worked so far. No interesting strats being shown. They're playing it slow every round. Maybe they should just go
It's a
for
very different style to the Loughborough team.
Yeah, maybe they should just adopt the Oxford strat of blasting up mid and getting out through that archway. Maybe getting a plant on B.
The Oxford.
It is the Oxford. They showed that twice.
The first Oxford player has rescued their kills to death. They've now returned to 1, which is Restaline. He's now on 17 kills and 16 deaths, I believe.
Interestingly, ADD only picking up 1 kill this half.
Yeah, and as someone who had he went 22-3 in the first half. 22 kills and 3 deaths. And he's been quiet. Oxford have found an answer for their biggest problem. And this is forced from Loughborough with armor and helmets on most of the players except ADD. And a few nades. They're really looking to get something out of it. They've still got the round buffer to be able to pull these kinds of forces, but I think this is probably the last time Loughborough will have this opportunity. Instead, Cowie goes down quickly to Restaline. Down and Oxford continuing to hold down the site. However, Oxford and Restaline are taken out by Shift and ADD.
How ADD has not managed to get himself a rifle there is unbeknownst to me. Umby being able to pick him up at quad. They do get
without that rifle,
which should allow a buy next round.
It's just sloppy there for Oxford to give up the 1v3 plant. But Dal is able to get the spray down through the box.
Again, must mention Umby's ability and bank of knives and skins he seems to have with the most amazing names. Master Ball must have been my favourite.
Someone in Twitch chat said they were believable. Oh, that was quite a delayed grade.
We are not going to turn this into a punny stream. I refuse to let it happen.
What's wrong with puns? I think they're punderful.
Oh God. I thought
Where's
they taught you better at Oxford.
Freak's not doing the EU playoffs. He can come and do this. So we had another passive setup here from Oxford, and they've got a bit more of a crossfire mid here than they have done in many previous rounds, which looks it might pay off for them because that's where Loughborough are lined up to go. The bomb, however, still being down.
We have previously commended Loughborough's raw aim in these games. I feel like they may have to just rely on this. Hopefully just get a few quick entry picks and then just bulldoze a site. With the passive play of Oxford shown through in every round, it may be the only way. The team flash on Cowie though there halts the push.
But as poor as it's going, all I need is 1 round, and they're on to they're on tie point.
No one's checking the angle for Restaline, and Cowie will fall.
And Restaline, they're able to pick up a lucky second shot onto Shifty, who walks into his crosshair. Now able to get the man who's not checking library, and he follows out on a second on the Sausage, and that's just going to leave ADD. They're just not checking any angles here. They don't check the call onto the site, they don't check library, and they pay for it. Restaline hops up there on the crate and finishes off on ADD.
Cal will feel let down there. He should have had someone checking the other angles. He can't look arch and towards A site.
But dare I say, comeback is real.
It is very, very real right now, Jet.
And it seems Loughborough now are on tilt on Oxford. Have gone from plough to throw to plough even.
Here we see Cal with the SMG, the famous force buy that seems to be the Inferno T-side favourite.
Yeah, I think they picked up some bad habits here from Oxford. I'm not a big fan of this force buy at all.
And the flash on Umby, can he get a pick up with this AWP? He legs Cal, but does get team killed
Oh,
by
the team
Sergeant
kill comes
Sausage.
through from Sausage on carry. Where Sausage is able to make amends by clearing out the other B-site defender, and all of a sudden this force buy, like we said, if you fail, you look like an idiot. But if it pays off for you, then it seems like a visionary choice, and that's certainly what it seems to be right now.
If Shifty can survive with the AWP pickup here, Cal will be able to get hopefully a pick on mid. However, Oxford haven't peaked it in previous rounds.
ADD
Restallion
takes a
goes
vicious
down.
little spot there by the generator. It gets a quick headshot. Oxovic burns out Meowmix. That's possibly a bit of a misplay there from Meowmix not stepping out of the Molotov. It gets legs by the AWP. ADD comes around from construction to finish it off, and that's Loughborough finally get their round.
Can
Their
they
first
take
round
the round
of the
to
half.
guarantee overtime? If they can pick up this round, obviously Cal does get the AWP. Restallion here. Oh no, he can buy. Everyone, we do have a full buy on both teams.
So this is it. This is Oxford serving for the match. If Oxford can't take this round, then they will also be not only on round 15, but they'll be on a full eco. Glass is able to get a peek there. Luckily, doesn't pay for it with any damage. And they've got the info that the fast play is coming in onto the B site. And the arch player is rotating, but it's coming over so slowly because he's checking for the push. And that might give Loughborough a chance if they head back over towards the A site.
Loughborough choosing to leave, even though it's a close one with Shifty staying at T ramp there. A lurk in every round, just checking if the rotate is possible to try a new angle on a different bomb site. As we see here, Cal trying to pick up a pick in pit. Will miss the
Hits on
shot.
a really big roll. He's coming around from the side, and if he's able to get the timing right here, he's going to pick up a couple. Yeah, he just misses the timing. Dal
Oshevik doing
not
well
able
to
to pick
stay
up
alive
the
here. Nowmix will go down to him as well.
Oxovic even managed to deny the plant. And that's going to leave two very, very low Ts, and with the bomb down, and that's probably this round over for Loughborough.
Can ADD pick up a consolation kill? No.
Dal there
does
with a nice
finish him off
3k.
with the
Dal and
3k.
Oxovic, who haven't had a lot of demands placed on them so far this game, as show up big. And that's Restallion now 20 kills.
Now, a very varied bank here with Meowmix only on $1,400 and Cal left on almost the 5k mark. That will guarantee him an AWP next round, but for now we do have the eco with 3 sets of armor picked up. In fact, for Loughborough.
Oxford have to perhaps break 2 more Loughborough pies to win this game, sorry. The apartment smoke, which we haven't seen thrown very often, Oxford is trapped by Oxovic there. Maybe trying to stop the push. But instead, the stack's going over to the B site, and Coway with this flot and the Deagle is going to catch Umby with his back turned. That's a poor timing decision from Umby, especially as he heard the footsteps of the T's.
Kill needed on Glass. He's left on 8 HP.
Meowmix gets
does
the
make short work of it.
disgusting Tech 9 headshot. AD picking off the rotators as well, and
Feels like
this
teams
round
on the
is
T side can only win force buys. Not a single
only on pushes.
team
Shifty
winning
gets a
with
nice
a
shot
full
into
buy.
CT. Okshovic's best option here is simply to try and save this M4 given the bank situation. Instead he's going to see what he can get done. I think they know the value of winning this round, but ADD is waiting there. Sausage just gets the little one tap with the Tech 9. Who needs a real gun anyway? You know, some people are saying that maybe a couple of weeks after ESL 1 Cologne, we might see a New Balance patch. We haven't had one for several months now. Maybe the Tech 9 will be on the chopping block?
The Rec 9 does need a looking at. Not that I want it to. I am a fan of that gun.
I mean, at least it's not in its immediately post-update form when it had a 32-round clip and perfect moving accuracy.
I mean, I still prefer the 5.7 over the Tech 9, so at the moment, I'm not sure if it does need a rework.
Oxford here on the force, of course, as they are on Loughborough are on 15 rounds. And to see if they can take this to overtime. Oxford are, of course, no strangers to overtime, being forced to take a double overtime, and eventually they did get the 22-20 win over Lancaster in their first upper bracket match, in their lower bracket match.
I would
Not
have
even lower
liked to see
bracket.
Oxford try an aggressive look banana, at least at one point in this game. If it doesn't work, they can rule it out, but they have not tried it once.
Well, that was kind of the setup they were doing for last round, and it really
Meowmix
did
with the
pay
quick
off.
entry, can he pick up the second? He hasn't.
Glasses
Does go
gets
down.
the bomb down as well, and Glasses is doing a great job here of holding this second box position.
The
Does
rotate
finally
very
get the bomb
slow
down, but
over
those two
from A.
kills are going to be significant.
Oshevik still rotating. He did need to be there earlier, leaving it on a 2-2, both coming from CT. Stallion choosing to go construction. Obviously, Sergeant Sausage behind New Box, a very commonly played place. Cow in dark with the
Oh,
AWP. Sausage
just misses the kill on Sausage. He's on 2 HP.
He will. He just needs to play time here. No.
Finally gets Sausage. And they just need to kill the tower and they kill the bomb.
That was
Do they
well
have time for the
played
defuse? I
retake
think
from Oxford. They should. have it,
Restaline and
yes.
Oxford, Oxford's top 2 fragging players, pull off an excellent retake. Just be Restaline getting a 3k there with the AWP. Able to, well, not with the AWP, sorry. He's able to save the AWP for Umby.
Even if this does go Loughborough's way, obviously with their steamrolling during the group stages, they will be very disheartened with a you know, at lowest term 16-12 win if it does go Loughborough's way. Oxford will obviously have a massive boost going on to Mirage if they can take this into overtime.
Well, it's happened before. Maybe it'll happen again. Oxford, though, still have to break 2 more buy rounds from Loughborough. They're quickly getting onto the process of doing that. He's here congregating in Banana, looking for a pick, and they'll rush in on this B site, but it's not to be found. Cowie's still watching mid with the AWP, but he's not going to find anything as Oxford have deployed yet another passive setup. Dal here choosing to rotate with shift held down. Perhaps not to give any noise. Can you hear from Banana? I don't know really why he's creeping. Maybe in case they've already pushed archers.
Now Oxford have made the right call with the 3 stack on Banana. Dow holding from CT. However, he does get smoked off.
And Umby picks up a cracking kill there onto Cowie, who stands up and just loses that duel. Umby with the AWP in his hands, and we wonder why didn't they do some more saves and get that in his hands more frequently in this match? That they might not be looking at overtime if they manage to avoid an outright defeat.
Now, I feel like the save could be smart here going into a 15-13. However, if they do decide to push and die, it will be looking at a 15-14, and then the game breaking point will come in.
So Loughborough here, forced to try and save their AKs to avoid having to full save.
I don't know if this is a smart decision, because then they will end up on a mixed buy this round. Whether that's a smart
they're able to get the AK out of Meowmix's hands, which is quite painful for the teasers. They have very little bank this round at all. I do not expect that they'll force up. So we'll just see what Sausage can get done here with his Kevlar and his AK. And then there'll be one more gun round to decide whether this match will be heading into overtime or if Loughborough will be able to pick up this first game in the best of 3. Of course, the winner of this game progresses instantly to the finals, which are taking place tomorrow evening. The loser has to drop to the lower bracket, and they get one more chance to progress. And their opponent is going to be decided by the lower bracket match, which is coming up straight after this one.
Not a single angle check there for the 4 players heading out of balcony.
Yeah, they rushed with their blindfolds on, and they got punished for it by Akshevik, who picks up a 4k there, finishing off with the nade. A couple of great nades actually in this game from Akshevik.
The double AWP setup for the final round in this match from Oxford. Now with Meowmix losing that AK after time passing, he is forced to stick with the Galil here, and Sergeant Sausage with a Tech 9.
I don't know about you, but is round 16 with overtime on the line really the best point to break out double AWPs for the first time?
I feel like it's there on the ground. You've just brought it back from 13-2 to 15-14. I feel like anyone would have picked it up in their situation. If you're confident with it, which I don't see any Oxford player not being confident currently, ADD does quickly go down to
Umby doing a great job of holding this dark position with the AWP. And again, yes, it's nice to see him finally having it. Oh, Sausage desperately wants to try and do the shoulder peek, bait the shot from Umby and come out and take the angle. But said Cowie doesn't check the balcony and he pays for it, and it drops the bomb on A site.
Does go down after the return kill on Oshevik. Restaline showing he can actually indeed use that AWP. Sergeant Sausage now with an AK to his name, and Meowmix.
So Umby's making the decision here, rather than following the rotates onto the A site, is pushing to try and get info. Problem is, if Umby goes down here, it opens up the B site, but instead the bomb is actually going down. Oxford choose to give the bomb plant and play for the retake, which in a 4v2 is doable. However, the T's had saved some smokes, and this is going to buy them some time.
Sausage goes down, and it looks like Oxford
Westerline
surviving
steps through
on,
the smoke with a 5-7 and probably wraps it up.
surviving on 8 and 15 HP there.
And
mean,
that's
if they'd
it,
have
the
gone
comeback
down-
is real, guys. Oxford take this match to overtime. And this is such a different story to Oxford's first game on Inferno against Loughborough. They had an even worse T side, and somehow with the CT side, they were able to make the comeback.
It is a CT-sided map. I don't know what gave them the kick up the backside to take all of them rounds. However, they have done it. Both halves going 13-2 to the CT side to bring it to 15-15.
Looking at the scores, that ADD picking up a ridiculous 29 frags.
But only 7 on the T side.
He's
15
not done.
rounds and 7 kills does not equal his 22 and 3 in the first half.
Would give him the worst score on the server if it had been the other way around.
Cal only on 16 and 19 despite picking up lots of frags. However, we did not see him with an AWP that many times on the T side, showing how his rifle skills are lacking overall.
I think we have to say the key facet of that comeback for Oxford on their CT side was Resterline. The guy who, as we told out, hadn't had a big T side suddenly came alive. Even though he's got the highest ping on the server, has carried Oxford with a bit of help from Oxtravik.
Umby, even though sitting at the bottom of the Oxford scoreboard, has shown why he is the lead AWP for Oxford, holding that B site impeccably, getting at least a pick from every push, sometimes 2 or 3.
So both teams' IGLs are currently top of the scoreboards, although Shifty is not top fragging for Loughborough. This is not how it's meant to go. You behave, you IGLs. 100 viewer hype. We have reached 100 viewers. Thank you for watching. So we're just going to wait here on the pause while the players takes a quick bathroom break, and then we'll be right into this overtime. I don't know about you, but I think this overtime is probably going to come down to who can get a T-side round. I mean, in that entire match, we had, I think, 5 T rounds in total.
4 actually
4.
in total. Four rounds, all of them being forces, mainly because every T round seems to have been a force.
Which, in a 30-round map, to have less than a 6th go to the T side. And I don't think it's just the map. I think it's also these teams really like to play the CT side.
It is practice. You saw Loughborough chose to play very aggressive on Banana every round, holding it very, very strongly, which would have thought you see them take the map, but then obviously Oxford choosing to take the passive, Umby preferring coils or dark with that AWP sniper rifle, and both impeccably held. B did not seem to be a good site to go for, however both teams chose to hit Banana at least 80% of the rounds. I would have liked to seen Loughborough take a more aggressive stance when losing so many rounds, however they did choose to go for the passive pick strategy for most rounds, which wasn't working out for them and continued not to work out for them. The pistol round, they did decide to go up mid, threw archers out to B. That did allow them to get the first round bomb plant, which would have made it look good for the game. They didn't try that again, unfortunately. However, the one time when Cal had no backup and had to check arch and was picked up by Resterline, who picked up 3 in subsequence. That's not even a word. After that, my obviously diction doesn't live up to the Oxford standards.
Oh, the Oxford standards are very, very precise.
Yeah, I go back to South London, I will.
South London.
South London, mate.
I won't do it. I've been mocking you. I can't do that. I'll stick with my Russian accent if I get bored of sounding how I do. That's always there as a good fallback. Could do a Raheem. Well, I think my current Raheem impression involves a bit of swearing about Richard Lewis.
So we are just waiting for overtime to come in.
Of course, overtime here in the BUCL Summer Games is played in the MR3 10K format, which means that we could see an AWP come out straight away for both teams, and we only really saw one AWP on AWP duel in the whole game, and in the last few rounds they're on the B site, which Umbi took, so it'll be interesting to see if that holds true, and if Oxford are able to hold the AWP advantage.
So this is a three round overtime. With 10,000 starting money, both teams getting underway. Full buys obviously coming in. If this first round is lost, it will leave a short buy for the third round.
Yeah, that's the joy of perhaps the pain of an MR3 10K is if you lose 2 in a row, you're on a force for the third round.
Meowmix taking early damage
down
down to 52 HP. All smoke still available for Loughborough, who again are going for a slow and passive strategy.
Oxford here doing pretty much what we expect. I mean, this strat has worked for them so well. How do you break a passive setup? What can Loughborough do?
They need a quick entry frag with no one sitting on coils, and Umbi deciding to hold from CT. Interestingly, without the AWP. Oh, he is going back through construction to take the coils
I think
position.
Loughborough are being held up here on their B site with their lack of smoke knowledge. In fact, there's no side smokes coming out. In fact, for either team, and they're really, really essential for taking the B site against a good setup.
Looks like they're going to go for a very late push, pushing the bomb plant. And that is a failed flash.
With only 30 seconds left to go, if this doesn't work, then Loughborough are in a massive hole. But as it
and
is,
the entry frag is picked up. Umbi has rotated over to coils and does pick up ADD. Dow with another good kill on Cowie.
Umbi tries to come around from construction to pick up some more kills, but it's not to be. Sausage is ready for it. And that leaves a 3-on-3 retake situation. Dow tagged down very low indeed. And the T's have all the positions they want. In fact, they've even got one in Banana watching for the rotate there. We'll have to see if Rest checks the position here, as somehow Rest is able to flick it. And he picks up the shot.
He is holding
However,
down.
they haven't checked the shifty coming from Banana, and he's able to get 2.
Left on a one-on-one. He just needs to play time here. Pros don't fake, but he did.
With the fake, they're both going to go down.
Loughborough pick up the first round of overtime. Only their third T round of the game.
We said it was going to, this overtime was going to come down to who was able to pick up a T round. And open up with a T round straight away.
I don't see the reasoning for Umbi not taking an AWP there. However, both Umbi and Cowie without an AWP yet again.
But it's just perhaps a shame that there's going to be a slightly more mobile strat here used by Loughborough. A big presence in ult mid, they haven't really done at all this so far. And this is maybe indicating an eventual apartment stake. Just a bit of sloppiness there on the retake. I guess that they haven't held Inferno much in their post plans, so perhaps it's understandable, but you know, checking all of the corners is the kind of diligence that will get you that round. It was there for Oxford to win. Restaline here is going to pick up Cowie, who's speculating towards the A site, and he's not going to get anything for it.
The bomb has been
Sausage throws
left
the decoy flash, but they're actually falling back, and it looks like the terrorists are going to set up for yet another B take. Umbi and Glass is being kept very busy indeed.
However, Umbi and Glasses with the 3 flashbangs, which if used well, will halt the push and make it rather easy.
It's interesting to note. It's intriguing to know that Oxford have chosen to place their globals on the A site, not the B site, but actually they're storming into the B site.
Umbi running out of bullets. Meowmix subsequently being able to pick him up. The rotate coming over from A. However, yet again, Oshevik late on the rotate.
Dow here smoked off in construction, looking to wrap around and try and catch a T head, but he's not going to be able to for the nearest moment. Time is ticking. Sausage here holding the quite a crafty new box position. And Meowmix and Sausage pop out and claim the heads of Oxford and Dow. And with 2 T sides in a row, that's actually going to put Oxford onto a save for the last round of here. And having picked up 3, they've now picked up as many T rounds in overtime as they did in the whole game.
Oxford have, as far as I've seen, Oxford haven't changed anything. Oshevik should have been quicker on the rotate there. delaying in A. I don't know if he expected the shifty lurk again.
Oxovic here doing a bit of an umby.
Now this is
lurking into
interesting.
apartments.
Umby holding close on these
Holding
sandbags.
sandbags,
Does get
but they
checked
check.
by Ad.
That's a fantastic flash. He's quite able to finish the kill.
Now,
These 5.7's actually doing some work.
I would have suggested that the CTs go with 5.7s over the SMGs here, just for the lack of armor penetrating power. They must have known that Loughborough would have had full head armor. They do pick up the third round in overtime, leaving it at 18-15. It must give them confidence going into the final rounds.
Especially as Loughborough have just won 3 T rounds back to back, which is more than they won in the actual game. And they certainly had never won 2 consecutively. I don't know where that came from. What have Loughborough been doing the rest of the game when they were able to do stuff like that on their T side?
Is this the famous Oxford throw? Oxford tilt?
I think it is. It's not over yet. Oxford have got to pick up these 3 rounds and try and take it to second overtime. Not
Going
done
into
until it's
overtime-
done, and we have to see
overtime.
if they can pick themselves up. It's impressive mental fortitude, actually, that Loughborough are able to pick these
Both
few rounds up.
Restalion,
After-
Shifty and Ad all picking up 30 bombs in this game.
Easy enough from a...
So again, Umbi not opting to go with the AWP. You think with his success in the second half of the game and his current finals first game life on the line, he would have picked one up. Oshvik going down quickly and Restalion tagged down to 18. Cow with the AWP. However, the 2 refrags do bring it back onto a 3v3. Dow quite low with 31 HP. Umbi taken down by Sausage. And Dow subsequently falling on the A side.
And that's it. Loughborough take the game, 19-15 after 1 overtime. The GG's coming out, but that map was an awful lot closer than it needs to be. And certainly closer than we were expecting.
So Loughborough do take the first game on their map choice. As expected, however, we did not expect it to be that close. Overtime definitely not being a thought that occurred to me. So what do you think of that, Joe? Going into Mirage, do you think that Oxford can fire themselves up? Do you think that'll have hit them hard, being able to bring it back and